Here we are at the East Boulder Creek trailhead. Somewhere around here is the trail. Ain't in that direction, I'm just looking there. And I'm gonna go on it. Head out. Here we are, or I am, at the East Boulder Lake Trail. Klamath National Forest, Trinity Alps Wilderness. Ready to head out towards East Boulder Lake. It's about a little before 1, a little before noon, and shouldn't be too bad. Well, I didn't pull my camera out the whole way up here because I didn't want to miss out on a campsite because there were people behind me, but they never did get anywhere close to me, so I busted my butt and I'm up here, and this is a beautiful lake. Beautiful lake. Nice and open. Afraid when you come up here to the marble, sometimes you'll find another one like granite where, you know, there's just nothing there but a lake and rocks around it. But a fairly nice little campsite here. There's not a lot of good tent sites, but a couple. Nice fire ring. Nice snowbank to keep everything nice and chilly and cold. A little creek running down. Pump water out of. So, life should be good as long as Kathy and Ramona make it here just fine. The trail was really, yeah, it kicked my butt, for lack of a better description. It just was only a couple miles, probably 2.5 to here, but climbed, I guess, about 1,000 feet, and it was just pretty doggone steep in spots. So my pack, I think, weighed about 60 pounds, so be happy to get my Tevas on. It's about 8:30, and group of people have come in to hang out with some other people that I've been talking to today. I think they're going to have a good time. Unfortunately, Ramona and Kathy did not show up, which is okay as long as nothing's wrong. I can't imagine it is. They're probably just running late, and I'd rather that they not bust their butts getting in here. And just sort of take their time and come in tomorrow. That's fine. And I kind of needed to get in here today, make it worth a while. And it's nice camp. Tent up. Took a little nap this afternoon, about an hour. It's a Scott Crest. It's my refrigerator. And you got running water. What can you ask for? And I will have a very good sleep tonight, I betcha. I just betcha. Morning time, and look who showed up last night. Much to my surprise, Kathy and Ramona came wandering in about 9:30. So you get to see the morning here. It's now about 8 o'clock. Birds are happy, as you can hear. A couple of robins out in the meadow. And the fish are biting. We do a little fishing today. We're up here on the Scott Crest. Top of the Scott Mountains. So a good amount of snowpack here. North slope. South facing, this is north facing slope. Down below us here are 3 glacial lakes, the upper East Boulder Lakes, and that's East Boulder Lake itself down there. And you can see that people by us have their little raft out there. People who are at the trailhead with me camped right on the edge of the lake. Very nice. To look over on the other side here directly. Whew. I see a Shasta. Man. Pretty. Down in the other direction, let me see, that's looking probably over towards the Marbles. Trinity Alps. Heck, I don't know. Oh, look, you can even see Lassen out there in the distance. And down over here, beautiful looking meadows. Guess that must be Big Marshy. It's a long way down. And there's the pass where it just came through. Shasta. Here on the crest of the Scots. Some nice little flowers in here too. This one right here. Whoops. Got these blue ones. Early spring here. The snow's just melted off. On a little spot here to do lunch. Overlooking the Big Marshy and Placid and Shasta.
Is this a mountain mahogany?
What's that?
Is this a mountain mahogany? This
Probably
high
is.
alpine too.
Yep.
So those are people who are doing
There's
the
Mount
trail
3.
before?
I just named it.
Huh? I think if we sit around here, it'll be warmer.
Well, Mount 3 is really just a big old snowdrift, but perfect 3.
Well, it's nice having a little view.
Okay, now I got the view of the lake here. So we're coming down, and it's the upper lakes. See, our campsite is, I don't think you can quite see it from here. Although you might be able to. Let me zoom in here. Got the people over from us, maybe? I don't think you can quite see our campsite from here. There's the 3 upper lakes. Ramona. And of course, Crest. We're going to go down and go around the far sides of those lakes and back to camp over there. I'm up here at the upper end of Upper East Boulder Lake. Dog looks comfy. Oh, Artesian well. Spring. Case maybe. Huh? Yeah. Got some head pressure here. Mm-hmm. Kathy's on dry land. Glacier lilies here. Tisha, it's up by Commerce, ain't it? Little killdeer. It's here in the evening. Kathy and Ramona went out for a little walk around the lake. Sun's dipping over the hill. And you can see our snowpack here is, give it another day or two. It's probably going to be gone by the time we leave. See if I can catch Kathy and Ramona. Family here, and we got these two funny little doggies. These guys are just chasing the spotted sandpiper this afternoon, having the best time. Sprinkle of the snowbank. Sun is just about here. Lounge area. The coffee pot. It's early morning. And the lake is calm. Early morning light on our meadow. Camp. The coffee going.
I haven't been sunburned my arm for so long.
No, yeah, my arms got sunburned too.
Huh?
My arms got sunburned too. Not sure what that bird is, but it sure is singing happily. A sparrowy looking dude of some sort. Here in the field, a couple of robins. A little swamp. We got the tree frogs growing here. Let's try this again. So the little switch was flipped and I ain't really sure what the heck that did. But the Pacific tree frogs calling here still. Hopefully haven't had messed up videos. Looks like a regular breakfast.
Too bad we didn't have one little piece of sausage to put
Oh,
in.
baby.
Well, we have summer sausage. Are we going to split them today? Then we aren't going to have
Yeah, that's not
share our food?
That's okay.
exactly breakfast fare. Up a little saddle here that is to the west of East Boulder. Obviously there's a pretty big snowpack here as you go around. It opens up into a pretty spectacular view out across the Scott Valley. The little meadow that we crossed on the way in down here at the bottom. Way out in the distance. It's not locking on focus, just too hazy today. So, as you can see, it's quite a view. Some other high mountains out in that direction. Not sure what it is. It's looking northwest. Could very well be the Marbles. That direction, northwest. Could well be the Marbles. Wonder if that's doesn't look very marbly, unfortunately, geologically speaking. But it could be, nevertheless, is in the right direction. Okay. Get off the snow here. We're going to be heading down that way and up through there, I think. This is an old camp. We're just talking about it. We're guessing that it's a cattleman's camp. That there's an old stove there, this old riveted stove. At least we think that's a stove. And you know, you got your blazes and you got your old nails and just stuff that says you need to beep a little bit around here or you'll always regret it. That is the makings of an old fire ring, I think. Oh, here's an old Clark's Nutcracker up there, keeping an eye on us. Squawking away. See what's here. I'm taking a picture because as soon as you break out of the woods there, come around and you get a view of West Boulder Lake. Which also backs up against the Scott Crest Trail. If you want to call it that, ain't much of a trail right here. It's kind of got to just weed your way through. But it's not that big of a deal. Zip in on the lake here. Can't say as I can see anybody there. But you really can't see all that much of the lake right now, so have to wait and see. Spring up here above Middle Boulder. Bunch of horse campers down there. Fortunately, I've got them out of the picture right now. And up, I think we're going to go up over and through that gap there. First, we'll probably go down to the lake and do lunch. Not much of a trail here. Well, I had to take a brief detour off the trail. I guess Kathy and Ramona must have gone down to the lake. I went about halfway down, yelled, and didn't hear anything. Figured maybe they were waiting for me up on the bench where I left them. Went back up on there, didn't find them. By then I didn't feel like going back down to the lake. So I waited about an hour. Then I left a little sign and said, I'm going to head up. So I'm heading up past these lakelets, and the trail goes up that way. Then it's going to hit that stuff there. Doesn't look like any fun to cross, so I think you're going to have to sort of backtrack back up that way, up to the pass. And on the other side we should get a nice view of Shasta and hook up with the PCT. I'm up here on the ridge, or at least for all practical purposes. I had to divert around this snowbank, or I did divert around it. Ah, I see Kathy and Ramona. There they are. Well, I'm glad I'm here and not there, I'll tell you that. Whew. Baby, that is a steep slope right there. I'd say it's 45 degrees. And yeah, the option was to go around the first snowbank. Then you could have hooked back up with the trail there and taken it all the way over to there. It's just that little thing there, you know. I'm sure I could have dug my feet in and climbed it, but I just didn't feel like it. And that's the trail. And then it continues on in that direction. I'm over here, so I'm going to go up a little and just go around this snowbank, or at least go around the steep part of it. Yeah, I think this was a little harder, but I just didn't feel like going over that. And on the other side here, you can see that got a tremendous view of probably the Trinity Alps. Now, go ahead and head on over there and get this over with, hook up with the main trail. Oh, they're making their way up. There's Kathy. There's Ramona. No, you just climb from there, from right over there by that rock there. Kathy did what I did. She's going over there and going around, which is not exactly a picnic either, but at least it was terra firma. I would say this is probably 60, 75 degrees maybe. Up there too. You can see there's one of them. There's the physical junction with the PCT. Just a massive view here. And that drainage, whatever the heck that is. It's looking south. Must be Coffee Creek. Out to Old Shasta again. Mount 3. I wonder if anybody else has ever named that Mount 3, or whether it's just a peculiarity this year. And where we're going is, there's Kathy kind of contouring her way around. We're going to contour our way around over there. Follow the PCT there. Up to, oops, that gap right there is where we had lunch yesterday, we think. In fact, I'd bet money on it. From there, it's all downhill. Can't quite see Big Marshy Lake yet. Should come into view here before too long. Traversing the snowpacks here. PCT. There's Ramona. Zoop. There's Kathy. We had to traverse this fairly large snowfield. Big Marshy is down in the hole there. Man, was I wrong about which gap we went through, I'll tell you that. Actually, I think the gap is up ahead here a ways. This mountain over here off to the right and there, this is kind of looking familiar now. But don't quote me on that. This way, finally, East Boulder Lake. Not real sure where the trail is, but I recognize this little gap here. There's Kathy and Ramona. To slip. Trail actually comes around through there. In this direction from here, you just really don't have that much of a view. Shasta's peeking over the hill there, but that's about it. We made it. The last part from the sign up to here was a real bugger. About a 45-degree grade. Even though I took a shot of this yesterday, I'm shooting it again. Mostly because I really like the shot down below here with all the reflection on all the little rivulets and seeps. Angle of the sun is just right. I'm ready to get home. Take these shoes off, these soggy shoes off. Soggy socks for that matter. Walking across that snow gets kind of old after a while. We're at camp after our long walk today. We're just watching all the bugs buzz around in the sunlight.
Oh.
None of them bite, so that's okay. They're just there to feed the birds. Morning of 4th of July. It's up here chasing a couple spotted sandpipers around, but now I can't find them. So I thought I'd take the opportunity of filming where our camp is. Kathy and Ramona are making breakfast. Still a lot of snow left, but there's a spotted sandpiper. Unless it's some other kind. Can't really see from here. Oops. Little sparrowy dude here again. Hanging away. Well, I'm up here on the ridge. I went to beep that campsite again. Absolutely cannot believe that I found nothing there. I found nothing there. Yeah, it's a little clearer day today. You can look out into the Scott Valley. Nice view of all these little valley in through here. Sitting here on a rock overlooking East Boulder Lake. Pass we came through up there. And down to over there. There's Kathy. Down at our campsite. Pretty darn scenic basin, I'll tell you. This was a good place to go. I'm glad I came here. Our osprey just went fishing. And he got one. Now he's having lunch. I could have got him when it flew over, but unfortunately the camera didn't work. I put it in the sun. There we got Ramona. Coming in after a long hike. Yeah, she just disappeared. Got a ton of white flowers in through here. This is just a little ways down from our campsite. If you look out in here to the meadow, there's a mess of them out in through there too. And they blend into the yellow ones. Flower. Mm-hmm.
Just the pretty purple. I don't know what it's just gorgeous.
Pretty. Some larkspur here.
How many could I do? I just did one. Huh? Oh, I thought I was doing camera.
What's it say? Rec or pause?
Rec.
Oh, good. We're recording this whole thing.
Oh. Well, here's Dean. just for proof that he's here. Huh? So you're having a good trip? And you find anything up at that campsite you found?
It's about 9:30, 5th of July. Getting ready to say goodbye to our little meadow here. So, been a nice living room view here for the last 4 days. Let's see if I can tell any difference between the snowpack from when we first got here. I know that those snowbanks that were right there, center of the frame, are gone. They went away yesterday. We're getting our packs ready to go. Look at this snowbank. I don't know that I filmed it when we came in, but it's shrunk by, I would say, a foot. Our little wet meadow here and our water stream. These are the shooting stars and the little white flowers that we've got here. It's right behind our campsite here. And I was greeted by the mountain bluebird of happiness, which just flew. Oh, there it is. There he is. Flew again. One of his buddies? No, it doesn't look like it. It's another bird of sorts. The ice bridge is perilous. I won't be crossing it, and neither will anybody else if I've got anything to say about it. I don't imagine they'll want to anyway. Ice bridge, yeah, boy, that is just not thick at all. Actually, a little waterfall in there. Cool. Oh yeah, I got it under there. It's pretty neat. Bye, Basie. There's Ramona coming down. Drop out of this elder scrub here. Oh, there's Kathy. Up out of the alder scrub. On here into the old growth forest. And there's this little waterfall. And associated cascade. About probably a quarter to a half mile below the lake. From here the trail goes in through the deep woods. Here down at the lower meadow, looking up towards the West Boulder Basin. Some snowpack up there. Going the other way. Heading down the trail into through the woods. I'd say it's maybe a mile left to go, maybe a little less. Here's Kathy. Here's Ramona. Should be here in a few. They made it out. Way to go. Here's a head out. This is beautiful downtown Callahan. General store and bar. Callahan Ranch House. This is the Gazelle Callahan Road in the Scott Valley, where there's a lot of water robin, make alfalfa for cows. But that's beside the point. This is always, even though it's hot and dry here, the view from up on this bluff is just pretty spectacular, with Shasta sitting there looking over everything. A little over 14,000 feet. Quite a bit of snow on it this year too. Here at the Sims Flat crossing, Union Pacific Railroad, we got some rafters getting ready to go cruising down the Sacramento River. Probably maybe 10 miles above Shasta Lake here. Union Pacific Railroad. No good insulators left, just a few clear ones. Hoping maybe I'd see some insulators in through here. I may still cruise down there. It's pretty hot. I'm already pushing 90. But you know, it's bearable. We got an old suspension bridge right here. I think this leads into the old Sims Flat campground, which is still active. And as I recall, this is the bridge where people take pictures, show up on calendars. Well, let's see here. Yeah, this is looking a lot like it. The Saco River down stream in that direction. Yeah, this is it. Up in that direction. Well, actually, I think they take it probably off the road bridge there. But you have Mount Shasta in the distance. Quite a view here. On the other side from where we took it before, 40 miles north of Redding here. Oh, in fact, there's the Rafters Raft. That looks like a fun thing to be doing on a day like today because it's pretty hot. Historical snippet. This was the first bridge completed by the CCC. Pretty cool. Still in very good shape. I'd drive my car across it. Or I'd at least drive your car across it. I don't know if you'll be able to read that or not. Or if I'll be able to read it or not. Underneath the modern Sims Bridge on the upper Sacramento River, right by where that raft was, have a colony of cliff swallows. Cliff swallows come and go very early in the season. I mean, they're gone already. They've raised their family. They fly all the way up here to have a family and leave. But you'd leave early too if you had a flight to the Pampas of Argentina. Sounds like fun to me.